Well, hello, my crafty friends. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have. Make sure that if you are on Facebook, that you allow StreamYard to go in and you authorize them so that way I know who is leaving comments. Also, if you are on YouTube, make sure that you do subscribe because when you do subscribe, you get notified immediately or you get notified when I upload a new video. But hit that bell and you'll get notified immediately as soon as I upload a new video. So it's Thursday night. Well, Thursday night here in the Western Canada. And it's my Now What series. This is when I give you some ideas of different things that you might have in your craft room and you may not have in your craft room. But this is something that I played with quite a bit, but I haven't played with in this particular way. So it's actually the basic border dies. I have lots of ideas of what to do, but please give me ideas of what you would like me to show off in this What Now series. All right, so let's go down there. Hello. So these are the basic border dies. There's 5 dies. They each do different things. I love the stitching. This one's beautiful because it helps you do some different you could do cloud designs and everything else. And I don't know why I always forget about those. But I always forget about the clouds. Anyways, these can be found on page 162 of the annual catalog. And like I say, they give you all these different shapes. Now, a lot of people are just using these or they have used them for different borders. I want to show you how you can turn around and use them for something that maybe you hadn't thought of. And then, of course, we're also going to make an envelope to go along with this. We're also using this beautiful Calming Camellia stamp set. I was going to do actually a technique with it, but I decided what I was going to do is I am just going to stamp on it directly, and I probably should think about using the Stamparatus, but you know what? I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna try to do it without the Stamparatus. All right. So let's play with these borders. Now, the border I really want to use is this particular border. I like the scallop on it. I love stitching. Anybody that knows me knows that I love to do stitching. Now, I received actually a card today in the mail. And this inspired me to use these colors. And I know somebody that's on here is going to be very pleased with these colors that I'm using. So I am using basic black. I am also using basic white, and I'm using polished pink. I mean, do these colors not go absolutely gorgeous together? That is why I decided to use these. And like I say, I got a Valentine's card today, and it was really kind of special getting that card. All right. So, and I'm also going to use my artistically inked designer series paper on here too, because I think it'll look really nice. So what I've done with this piece of basic black cardstock is this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I have scored it at 2 1/8 on that side, turned it around and 2 1/8 on that side. And then what I'm going to do, yes, I'm doing a gatefold, but we're going to do this gatefold just a tiny bit different. So let me just move that out of the way and bring in my cut and emboss machine. I don't know if I'd ever be able to make a card without it. I try for my casually crafting group, but it's very difficult to do a card without my cut and emboss machine. So with this, what you can do is you can mark this, and I want these scallops to be here, but I want them to be, I don't want to take too much of like a border off of it. So I'm looking at 2 there. I'm trying to get that right in the middle. And to me, right in the middle is right where this, it's about 1.5. So I'm going to come in with my Post-it note tape. And I'm just going to, it's right along the edge. Now, this cut and emboss machine is a little bit wider than our old what was it called? Geez, that's terrible when I can't even remember. A Big Shot. So it's a little bit wider, which makes this really, really nice when you have something that's 6 inches across there. So I'm just going to come in and cut one side like that. All right. So I got people saying good morning. I got people saying good afternoon. So I know that Margaret's here from Australia, I believe. So good morning could possibly be in the UK. I'm not sure. All right, so I've got it there. So now I'm going to turn around and do it on the same side over here. So what I want to do, and you know, if you want, you could use these pieces. I'm not going to, but I'm going to have that lined right up and about at 1.5 of the scallops over there and 1.5 on this side and right up to the edge. But I want to bring this out. You want to make sure that your dies do not extend past these dies or the plates, because if they do, you could ruin your dies and you do not want to do that. All right, so let's go and just cut that. And then this is really what the die cut's going to be. And then I'll use it also for the envelope as well. Let's see. Let me just take that off. Just move my cut and emboss out of the way. And see if you can see them. There's beautiful stitching and the scallops on there as well. Now I'm just going to put this off to one side because I know I'm going to use it again. So I'm coming in with and I fold into the mountain, and I very carefully, when I put these border dies on, I made sure that I knew that this was going to fold in, and it's there. So it's 1:36 in Sydney. Wow, that's amazing. You know, it's hard to believe that we're all in, well, obviously we are in different time zones. Okay, so there's our gatefold. And you know what? The way I'm going to do this, it's not going to matter that it doesn't quite match. All right, so then what we're going to do is I have this polished pink, black and polished pink. Is that not gorgeous? So let's just go ahead and put that on. We'll put this on as a layer. Now this one happens to be 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to put that right in the center here. Look at that. Let's see where we're going with that. There we go. And then, this is such a yummy. And then I'm just going to do another layer with the basic white in there. And you know what? I should have stamped this first, but let's see where this is going to go, and I can go in and stamp it after. I feel pretty confident with what I'm going to stamp on there anyways. All right, so there we have this part here. Now it kind of looks like a tuxedo, or it looks like a dress, doesn't it? I guess we could have done something like that. Anyways, this is my second largest scallop from the contour scallop dies. And then the piece that I've cut out in polished pink, because I want this to kind of go behind here. Now, I'm wondering, should I round these corners off here, or should I just leave them? Thinking what I might do is bring in this trio punch die, and I'm just going to come in, and we're just going to actually cut and do a corner round. Now with this particular punch, you're not going to push down here. You just push down straight in the center. It's really a different kind of a punch to get used to. So I think, like I say, we're just going to round those corners off. There we go. All right. And I think that'll kind of go along with the scallop part Yeah, that kind of just corresponds, doesn't it? All right, so this is where we're going to stamp. Now, this is that Calming Camellia. In order to get this Calming Camellia, what you need to do is you need to basically spend in Canada, I know it's $375. So why not have yourself a book party? Or if you're lucky enough, you might be able to win this from a demonstrator. I know I'm giving one away this coming month. So I don't know. It just depends who you get them, who you have. But sometimes they're very, very difficult to get at $375. But you could have what they call a book party. So, all right. So I have polished pink. I'm hoping this is going to take this color. And the reason I say that is because I was actually going to do an embossing resist with this. I thought it would be really, really pretty. But I want it to be this brilliant polished pink. And this is Magenta Madness. I cannot believe I did that. Let's take that Magenta Madness. And I'm going to clean that off, and I'm going to bring in my polished pink. And it's quite a bit different than Magenta Madness. So let me just go in and clean that off. Oh, I'm glad I looked. That doesn't happen very often. That's one stamp I haven't used as much as stamp pad I haven't used as much as I would have wanted to. All right, so let's try this again. That must be Peggy that's saying that she's really happy that she won this one. I know at our catalog launch, she won this. Yeah, it's a beautiful stamp set. I know I'm giving one away to my team for a draw, for a challenge. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed that this is going to ink up really good. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to put that now. Just going to do it a tiny bit off on an angle. I'm just hoping this takes. And I'm sorry, I just have to get rid of Troll here. It's amazing how wise somebody. I'm always amazed why there would be trolls on Facebook Lives. It just blows me away. Thank you. I really do appreciate you sharing the video. Subscribe. Make sure that you do subscribe. All right. And this color, actually, oh look, I've already got red all on me. This color lightens and it goes really a beautiful white polished pink, as it's called. So this is going to go on there. But what I want to do is I want to put on some ribbon as well. Now, what I thought I would do was I would use this ribbon, and I did bring down, I thought I brought down the polished pink ribbon. I did. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful stamp. So I think what I'll do is, I'm going to tie the black in. So did you know that you can cut your ribbon in half like this? You know what? Let's wrap it around there first. So I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. Let's close this up to begin with before I get it all over the place. Because I know I already have it all over my hands. I was doing this class for the city on Monday. And with new stampers, they tend to, instead of the tap, 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 they really press the stamps into the stamp pad. And I had to clean the stamps so much that my hands were garden green. Yes, I use garden green. That is one color that you hardly ever see me stamp with. It's growing on me, but geez, it's taken how many years? 20 years almost. I think it's been one of those core colors. Right, so this is just going to go on here like, whoops, like so. And then I want to tie this ribbon around here. Do I want the black ribbon? Let's see how that's going to look. Want black or do I want the pink? You know what? I don't think I'm going to wrap it around so I can add it afterwards and we'll see how it looks. So what I want to do is I want to come down here and I want to attach that to this side. So I'm just going to come in with my glue. Just like so. And I'm going to just attach this like so. Make sure it's even up and down and off to the side. And you know, it's funny, that gives kind of an optical illusion. So let me just hold that down for the time being. Now, what I thought I could do, and you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll just put this flower right in the middle, because at that point you could stamp over top of it with black. This was not originally what I had planned on doing. So let me just go and I'll just ink this one up as well. And you know what? I think what I should do is maybe stamp this off and then stamp it again. So I'm putting it in the middle. And then what I can do with the sentiment is I can stamp right over top of it. All right. So just simple. So if I come in with a stamp, words or something like that, I can just stamp right over top. Okay. So we've got that like that. Now, what we need to do now is we need to also go ahead and, now we could do a belly band on here. But I always find with the belly band, it doesn't, oh, you know what I could have done? Let's see. Let me just see if I can slip this underneath. All right. That's not going to work. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp a sentiment. Now, I didn't know, do I want a thank you sentiment? Do I want a birthday sentiment? You know, maybe best wishes would be a really good one. This Calming Camellia has some beautiful ones on here. Lovely you, just beautiful ones, but you know, it's not quite what I really want. You know, I really like this Grassy Grove, this thank you. So I'm actually going to use that thank you. Let's see how that turns out. Like so. Now, I also cut these out of my many messages. So let's see how this is going to look. Okay, I'm going to just stamp this like this. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead. We're going to put it right about there, but we're going to put it on with dimensionals. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a bow. Now, I'm going to see if this is going to work with this. I'm not sure. I should have tried this out ahead of time. It's really neat to tie a bow with this ribbon, and the open weave ribbon is really pretty with this too. So let me just cut this in half. And a little bit more, I think. 9 inches is what you need for a bow anyways. So let me just cut a little bit more here. I always say 9 inches for a bow. I'm not going to wrap it around. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ribbon and we're just going to make a bow, and it's going to kind of look like a double bow. Just like so. Bit of a loop there. Let me just take that apart and we'll tie it once more. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. Yeah. It's really not that difficult to do. Just want to keep those together. So let me just put that in there. There it is. Okay. So, and by doing it this way, it's looking like we have a double bow. And in essence, we only tied it once. All right, so let me cut this piece off. And we're going to cut this ribbon up to there. All right. All right. So let's just put that. Oh, yeah. It's going to look good there. And you know, I don't know. Should I put iridescent rhinestones or should I use the black? So I'm going to just put this up here and I'm going to actually pop that up. This would be really nice for, let's just go here. Let's just put that up there. Let's put this here. Like so I'll come in with my glue dots. And then let's just put that right like that. And then, let's see. Let me close this up again. Winka Stella on the flower. Perfect. Just ordered some of this the other day, and I'm hoping. There we go. The unfortunate part with the Winka Stella is that you do not see it as much as I see it. So let me just. That one looks like it's a dead one. So let's try this. There we go. All right, so let's put some Winka Stella. Oh, that's so pretty. Just look at it. Oh my goodness, you can't really see it, and it's really too bad because it's so pretty. All right, so we have that. And then what I want to do is, do I want to put the iridescent rhinestones on there? Or should we use, we have two options where we could use, there's these classic matte dots, and then we've got the matte dot things. I am thinking, I'm thinking the black. What do you think? Black? Or what I could do is I could color these pink as well. So I'm kind of waiting to hear. I can also color these iridescent rhinestones as well. So let me go and let me just show you a couple things. I'll bring in my polished pink. Blend. And I'm going to color an iridescent rhinestone. You just see how that colors. Oh my goodness, that is so sparkly. So you've got the iridescent rhinestones like that. We could color these little dots with that or go with the black. I'm thinking the black. Yeah. All right, so let's do that. But it just shows what you can do with your blends, right? So, okay. And we'll put one more down here. I think we'll just put it maybe right there. Wow. Does that ever look nice? All right. So we have that. Now, of course, then I said that I had, oh, is it here still? I have this, and I think it goes so well with the this card. So I want to show you just how simple this really is. So I'm just going to come on, and I'm just going to put some glue on the back of one of my Stampin' Up! Envelopes. I'm just putting on this part right here, just like so, just to show you how easy it really is to do this. All right. Let me just move the card out of the way for the time being. And then all I want to do is I just want to quickly trim this part off just so that I can see it, right? So that I can have proper measurements. I mean, you could do this like this and not even really worry about using these border dies. But you know what? We've got them out. Let's do the whole complete ensemble. Now, another thing is you don't even have to, it doesn't even have to be this size envelopes. It can be any size envelopes that you could use these dies on. All right, so let me come in, and then I'm just going to go in and we're just going to line that up. Just like so. Right. Let me move that out of the way and bring in my cut and emboss again. And I tell you, there's a really nice way that you can make 2 cards with one of these cuts. And I should show you that one day too. Oops, we want to bring this over just a bit so that it's 2 in and 2 in. There we go. And it just sort of finishes off your envelope. There we go. Oops, put that in there. Let's just take this off. This is Post-it note tape, and I tell you, it's great. So there's our card with the envelope. Is that not gorgeous? I mean, you know, if you ever have any envelope or paper that's left over, you could always finish off different envelopes, that sort of stuff. So there's our card. Like I say, we can put in there. This one says thank you, and then I have that perfect stamp set that says little card, big thanks, that I could put there in the black. So there's our card and our envelope using our basic border dies. And like I say, just think of all the different uses that you can use with an awful lot of them. So yeah, beautiful envelope, isn't it? You know, and it corresponds with it. It gives it kind of that look. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't want to lose this. I've been losing it all day today. Let's just put it back in there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Also, make sure that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Whoops, let's just get back up to there. If you do live in Canada, like I say, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I do have a host code. I changed my host code quite a bit throughout the month. Just to let you know a couple of things. Kathy, of course I knew that you would love these colors. This is you. This is so you. It's yeah. In any event, what's happening this Saturday? I won't be doing my sketch challenge on Saturday. I'll be doing it on Sunday, but I am doing a sip and stamp. I have training on Saturday morning, so I'm going to miss my sketch that day, but I will be back at sip and stamp on Sunday night at 6:30, same time as this. And on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I'll be doing my sketch challenge that day. So have a great day. Have a great evening. Have a great morning, no matter where you are. I do appreciate you. And we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.